how'd I do that? Okay. I'm driving home from Jen and Sam's. I just had the best steak from Gibson's. If you ever want really good Italian beef, it's right there. Al's Italian beef. The steak was so amazing. It was so good. It was black and blue, so it was charred on the outside and then raw on the inside, just the way I like it. Lots of garlic, just the way I like it. It was just so good. So now I'm on my way home. I'm traveling. I'm getting ready to go through Greektown and then get on the expressway. But yeah, it was really good. I don't think you guys were on when we passed Union Station, and I tried to show it to you, but I think you might have been off. But anyways, so this is Greektown here, and I go through it all the time. And sorry, and to get home. So yeah, it was just really good. And so my move is picking up. I've been packing lots and lots of donations to give away to the Howard Brown Center, which is a center that actually helps gay people when they are having health problems. I don't know if you guys know this, but I just got on some pills called Truvada, and what Truvada does is it is kind of like an immunization for AIDS, so that you won't get AIDS. And I went to the pharmacist, and she was like, it's $180. Luckily, she found a coupon and got it knocked down to $0 for me, between that and my insurance. However, there are gay people that don't have insurance, so Howard Brown will basically pay for those things for them, which is amazing, and completely generous. So before we went to Gibson's, Jen made me, well, she asked me if I would help her. There was someone moving a couch, and so we moved the couch into the bonus room so that we can give it to a charity to help people out. And right now we're coming out of Greektown into University Village, but if I went straight, Hull House is up there. I don't know if you guys know anything about Hull House, but Hull House is where Jane Addams lived, and she actually would take in orphans and stuff like that. But yeah, very famous, very, very, supposed to be very haunted. I don't know. I've never seen anything there. But yeah, so that's Hull House. It's on the property of University of Chicago, so it's there. But yeah, so I'm on my way home. It takes me about 15-20 minutes to get home from Jen and Sam's house, and I just usually take this street to the expressway. You can see some of the big buildings here that are so beautiful in our city. I will miss the city quite a bit. But I'm moving at the right time. I'm moving right when it starts turning cold. Hopefully I'll get to see some of the leaves turn, though, because that's one of my favorite things. And so there's a crazy man running and yelling out there. So anyways, yeah, this is pretty much me driving home. Here comes our Target up here. And yeah, I don't know that I have too much to say. Work is good. I'm still looking for the right apartment. well, I found the right apartments. I just need to find the right price because I want them to be lower than they are. So we'll see how that goes. Amy's getting really skinny, so I think she's getting ready to not make it. I think she might be thinking of not making the move. So that's a little bit disconcerting, but you know, what can you do when cats get older, when anything gets older, you know? It's the life cycle. You just have to roll with it. And I'm getting ready to go on the expressway, so you'll be able to see some of my crazy ass driving when I'm on the expressway. So I'm more aggressive when I'm driving home than I am late at night, because you don't know who's been drinking and stuff, but I do get kind of aggressive. I've got that Chicago mentality here. So anyways, hold on. So anyways, yeah, we just have such a beautiful city here, and I just am gonna miss it so much. There's so much to do here. There, you know, and the gay community is huge here. So, you know, it's funny because when I go to other places, a lot of times I was talking to Jen about this, like, we are so out and open and not really worried here that when we go other places, it's like people are, oh, that was crazy. People are like, oh, keep it down. And I'm like, no, I'm not keeping it down for anyone. I'm going to be me. And, you know, that's just, you're too bad if you have a problem with it, because here's the deal. I'm me. You know who I am. You know who I was when you met me. I'm not going to change just because you decide, you know, don't be so gay. Well, no. This is who I am. Sorry, I got like a cough in my throat or something. So I get that quite a bit when I go and visit other friends or relatives in different cities, and I'm just like, nope, sorry, this is me, and this is how I'm going to be. I really think that I've attracted so many great friends just by being my genuine self and not by trying to be what other people want me to be, because in the end, it's like, that's how you find the people who want to be around you, the people who want to be around people like you. So if anybody ever tells you, you know, tone it down or whatever, you know, tell them, no, you don't need to. This is you. So, anyways, the Garfield Park Conservatory is beautiful. It has flowers, tons of flowers, and that's where I actually saw the, I'm going to say this right, I'm going to try to say it right, the Chihuly glass exhibit, and it was beautiful. My friend actually works right down there at this high school. Well, it's a school. It's really weird because it goes from kindergarten to 12th grade, and it's a private school. I think it's called Providence St. Mel, and he always does the musicals there. It's not in that great of an area. I mean, this is the west side here, so, you know, it's not always the nicest of things to be seen here. So I'll just leave it at that. But we are now coming up. Woo! There we go. We're going to be coming up on my exit very soon. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with that cough. It's really driving me crazy. Maybe if I put some gum in my mouth. Let me root through here. Oh, here it is. Maybe that'll help. So, we probably Oh, I don't think we can pass it on here. And when you're going into the city, there's a ramp to get off at Holman. And if you take Holman South, you're going to run right into the Shameless houses. Now, I took my brother there, and it's not in that good of an area either. But it was daylight when I took him there. And I said, do you want to get out and take pictures? And him and his fiance were like, no. And I'm like, do you want me to get out and take pictures for you? And they're like, no. We'll just take them while we're driving by. And I'm like, seriously, we can get out. They're like, no, we're good. So we ended up just driving by, and I'm like, you missed half of the experience, because the guy sitting in front of the Shameless house is the nicest guy ever. And he just shows you around. He'll be like, this is where the pool was. This is where the camper was. This is where, So it's really, really, really cool. He's really sweet. So they pretty much lost that whole experience. Then we went past the Joan Cusack house, which was hilarious. It's so funny because it's so out of place with the little picket fence and stuff, but it's still with the picket fence and it's still there. But it does upset me that they only come to Chicago to film 10 days a year, and that's it. So we lose out on a lot of that revenue kind of stuff. Most of the scenes that you see, most of the restaurants and stuff are in Los Angeles. So, whatever. We just got a new movie studio in Chicago called Cinescape. So, and that's on the west side, but they just basically purchased land so that they can make a soundstage, so they can make buildings that make it look like New York and San Francisco and all this. So it should be pretty cool. So this is my town here, Oak Park. It's like woods, and apartment buildings. I could have probably taken you through the art district and you could have seen some statues and some art and stuff like that, but I was more focused on getting home and not doing that, not dilly-dallying around. It is a beautiful town. If you ever come to Illinois, it's great to visit. And one of the places that in Oak Park that you really need to visit is the Frank Lloyd Wright house and studio. He was a really famous architect who made some really beautiful houses. And his house here is really beautiful too. And it's where his kids grew up too, so it's kind of cool. They have a gigantic playroom on the second floor for the kids, and it even has a choir loft. It's really kind of cool. So I'm about to turn onto Madison, which is the street right by my street is off of. Now when we go down Madison, if you look to the right, you'll notice a lot of salons, hair salons and wig shops and stuff like that. I don't know how many wig places and hair salons one place needs, but I never go to them here. Beauty Supply, Queen's Beauty Supply, Keystone Beauty Supply. Ridiculous. Uh-oh. 5-0. So, this is my street here. But I go into the alley so I can park and back. I can't imagine having a house so close to the alley and people walking by all hours of the night. That would just creep me out. This is my alley. And my garage. And this is how I park in my garage. No scrapey. No, no scrapey. Here we go. I hate the accidental scrapes. So anyways, that was a tour from Jen and Sam's house to my house, and we're here. So I am going to let you go.